Welcome to Grumpy John's Garage. Today I'm going to show you a wee history lesson on my Jeep of what I found when I bought the Jeep. As we all know, that's what the Jeep glove box looks like with the 3 plates on it. When I bought my Jeep, that's what came on it. There was no data plates on it, so that's the annoying thing about it. That's what it came like, cut. And I thought, some hillbillies cut it up. What it actually turns out is actually an M48 gun mount that goes on here. Most of the US Marine Corps Jeeps had them. So my Jeep has got all the telltale signs off the mounting holes. And if you look at the advert that when it was for sale in America on Craigslist, you can actually see what's left of the gun mount. I've spoke to the guy that actually sold it to the importer that I bought it off, and he said that he took what was left of the gun mount off. The actual pedestal was gone, but the actual mounting parts were still there, and he took them. On the dash extra is this hole here, and this hole. They're extra holes because the gun mount goes on here, the flat plate of the gun mount. And it utilises this hole here that you would have your loop in it. So it uses that mount, and that. But what it also does, it's got a bracket. The bracket goes from the front to the back. And if you just look in there, you can see a wee hole there. And on the original one, it would be down here as well, down here. So you've got an angle bracket, just about an angle iron, going from here to there to help stabilise it on this rocking it like that. Then you've got a bracket going from here right to the front. You've got a hole here. That is supposed to have one of them, a captive nut in it. But if you actually read the instructions for the M48 gun mount, it tells you to remove that and fit a nut and a bolt because the bracket comes up to that. Now, in my other videos that I've done of fixing the body up, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. See, if you see just below that hole where the captive nut's meant to be, there's a filled in hole where I've welded it. That's the other hole. So that would be down about here. Your bracket would go on there and there, mounted. Then it would go to the glove box entrance. What I'll do, I'll put pictures up that I found on the internet of exploded view of it and pictures of it actually on the body. The holes that this captive nut should be in is the fuel filter. So the fuel filter there. I decided that I'm not going to put a captive nut on there, the same as that. I'm just going to put the nut in the bolt, because you never know. In the future, when I stop having to buy parts for my Jeep, I'll actually have extra money. And there's I think it's from the Netherlands, that sells the gun mount. You don't get the actual bit that mounts to the gun. All you get is the mount and the brackets. I'm thinking of getting that. Until then, I'm going to have this fitted. This here is an exploded view of the M48 gun mount. That is the bracket that I was talking about that went from underneath the dash down to the floor mount. Then this is the bracket. This side here goes onto the dash, that goes round the glove box. That's a support. And then see the 2 bolts there? That's the 2 bolts I was talking about. That one goes through the fuel filter mount, and that one goes through the mount that I welded in. And that's the M48 gun mount. And that's it fitted to the Jeep. Now the kit that you get when you buy it from that place in the Netherlands that I was telling you about, you see that's got the hoop there. Now the kit that you buy that you get from the Netherlands is this mount here, the bracket, and all this little bits and pieces. You get all them. You don't get this pedestal here. And as you can see, that's a better picture of it. And that's it fitted to the Jeep. You can see it's used the loop there. It's got two there, so it must have a bracket down there that way as well. And if you'd moved that, there'd be a wee bolt hole there. Fantastic how they've done it. And this is my Jeep. This is when I got it. You can see the glove box cut and the extra holes in it. I've welded a couple up, but you see the cigarette ashtray in it as well. Now, the next one, this is the advert that I got sent by the guy who sold my Jeep to the importer that I bought it from. And if you zoom in, you can see the bracket. See the bracket there? And you can see the angle bracket that comes down onto the mount. Wish it was still there, right enough. Yeah, the other thing that this guy took off my Jeep was he took off the headlights and he took off the fuel filter housing. That's in the other pictures, and that's how I got my Jeep. You can see there that it's got lock-in hubs, but it only had one, so I'm not putting them on. Don't like them. Don't like the look of them anyway. And you can see where they've cut the wheel arch inside and extended it. If I'd known the money it would cost, would I get it again? Don't know. And with that wee bit of storytelling of the M48 gun mount on my 44 Willys Jeep, I'd like to thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.